The Lions tour brought rugby back into the consciousness of the local sporting masses, where before thousands and thousands of former rugby supporters had left the game under the Deans' reign because the Wallabies were just terrible to watch. But here, back they came to see where Australian rugby was at. The first game was quite a fantastic game of footy. We saw North's brilliant try after Barrick Barnes' amazing kick from 15. Yes, that's right, he was wearing number 15. Astonishing, isn't it? And we saw the instant coming of age of Israel Folau. But the Lions held on and won. In game 2, it was 70 minutes of absolute garbage rugby, the worst advertisement you could ever see. Greg Martin gave us a fantastic insight before the game when he said, referee Joubert is a magnificent referee, and in the same sentence said that he will referee this game to the letter of the law. That's a hanging judge, Greg. You don't want that sort of referee anywhere near your sporting team, club, competition. The game was a fiasco. The last 10 minutes, Australia clicked into gear and had a wonderful climax. But the climax really came in game 3 when the chickens came home to roost for the teams that Robbie Deans had been selected. Anybody from the start knew that the Australian backline should have been Genia, Cooper, Leofano, Ashley Cooper, Israel on one wing, O'Connor on the other wing, and Mighty Mogg at fullback with Drew Mitchell and Kurtley Beale on the bench. Now that is a backline that really could have worked, clicked and done some damage. Instead, you chose O'Connor at 10. The Rebels don't like playing him at 10. He's not a 10. But Robbie Deans, from the very beginning of his tenure, has proven himself to be, in my opinion, the worst selector that this country has ever seen, ever. In fact, he's the worst selector I've ever seen in any sport. And to me, it's almost like he was here to sabotage Australian rugby. I see him as being a total saboteur because all logic, all reasoning, you could never find any reasoning or any logic for the selections that he ever made for Australian rugby. He got rid of Giddo, he got rid of George Smith, he initially got rid of Nathan Sharp, yes he did, and he also got rid of Lottie Takiri as soon as he possibly could. He got rid of these players and then went with all these bizarre little plans he had, and all these bizarre little plans, they didn't work. He kept picking the wrong combination of players. Look at our kicking. He used to be our kicking coach until he realised that he was no good. And so what did he do? Did he get an Australian in there, someone local? No, he had it done by laptop from South Africa via Skype. How can you possibly have a kicking coach from South Africa doing it by Skype? And this was signed off by John O'Neill. See, it's idiocy. You probably don't believe that, but it's true. How can you have a kicking coach by Skype? So all these things finally came home to roost for Robbie Deans. And now he should be gone within 1 or 2 days. The dirt should be piled on his coaching grave over here as we speak. And so what's the answer now? The answer, of course, is Australian rugby is about to rebound. It's going to rebound under the reign of either Jake White or Ewan McKenzie. Either will be a terrific coach for Australia. Both are terrific men, and either will do a great job. And Australian rugby, in my opinion, will quickly rebound because both of these men will know how to select a team, will know how to judge a player, will know how to bring the team together. Because if there's one thing also that Deans never did, he never brought the players together. Look how he treated Quade Cooper in New Zealand. He treated him absolutely dreadfully. He allowed him to go out and talk to the press when he should have been in cotton wool after training and after games. But no, he let him go out there and make a total fool of himself. This was Deans' whole tenure. It's been nothing but one fiasco after another. But anyway, the good news is he's going to be gone very, very shortly, and Australian rugby is about to rebound, and we can really get behind these exciting young players, because when they get put in the right combinations, Australian rugby is going to be very, very strong again. So thanks for nothing, Robbie.